Hello and welcome to the Secrets for a Happy Life podcast. My name is Petra Bitenc and you're listening to the series for how to build a really good self-worth that we can start building a really solid self-esteem on top of it. And you are listening now to the third part of this series. So if you haven't listened to the previous ones, I really encourage you to do that. We were talking about inner critic and what self-esteem and what self-worth are. And today we're gonna delve a little bit deeper into comparison traps. Because we know that comparison can be good if we look at it as a little bit of inner competition. Like if we see somebody that is succeeding and if we have this good foundation of good self-worth and self-belief and self-esteem, we say to ourselves, okay, if he or she made it, I can make it too. But if we have a little bit of shaky foundations, if we don't believe in ourselves, if we don't think that we are worthy of success, if we are afraid of being seen, of having attention, because then something bad will happen to us, then you may feel envy towards that one. Okay, so whatever is your story, whatever you're dealing with, please write to me, DM me. I would like to hear, I would really love to hear what is your experience with that. And if you have something that you want to address, you can also contact me and we can work on this together. I'm a licensed and certified coach. I have many tools that I work with, so we will find the best solution for you. But now let's go back into this comparison trap. So it doesn't matter if it's comparison what you see on social media, where you see all those happy people, the perfect families, vacations, whatever you are watching and looking, and you feel bad about that because you are not there yet, or they succeeded and you are still struggling with your way, with your business, with your private life, with some relationship or your health or something, and you just cannot push through. And I know this one is really harsh because when we see other people, we think that they are only like they present themselves. So if we see somebody that is always happy, constantly smiling on the photos, on their videos, on social media, that doesn't mean that they are really happy there, that they feel really this contentment inside themselves. We all have different feelings. It's healthy that we experience joy, happiness, satisfaction, and also sadness, anger, hurt, all the palette of our emotions, because we need them. We need good emotions, or let me say that, rephrase that. We need pleasant emotions and we also need unpleasant emotions because we learn a ton out of these unpleasant emotions. Okay, let's dive in and navigate those waters together. If you feel that when you look at other people that your comparison goes into the ways that everyone else seems to have their lives together, but I cannot make it, or why am I always behind, or I'm never good enough, and these kind of thoughts that might appear, you have to know that those thoughts can guide your behavior. So whenever you feel that those feelings of comparison where you don't feel good when you are watching others, or is this on social media, or if it's in interpersonal relationships, they can guide you towards different kind of behaviors like people pleasing, not having good enough set boundaries, or avoiding conflicts, and you become this chameleon that wants to just blend everywhere in without being noticed, or you are constantly seeking external validation that you in order to feel worthy from inside out. So recognizing those tendencies like we said in our behavior, like people pleasing, being a chameleon, not setting good enough boundaries, or just try to get external validation, they are crucial that we recognize them if we want to step one step further and taking our power back. If you want to take your power back, you need to know when you are behaving the way that doesn't serve you. And when you are behaving in this kind of way, and is this because of your inner insecurities, then it's time to say stop to those behavior and thoughts and examine them. Like we were talking in previous episode about critical thinking. I don't want to repeat myself, so please check that one out if you haven't, because our critical thinking, our inner voice is really important here. But like with inner critic, we have here also techniques and strategies that we can use when we are in this comparison trap. And first one, again, is mindfulness. Being mindful, being aware of when you are comparing yourself with others and how that makes you feel. So, for example, if I'm on my phone and if I'm scrolling and I see that friend is again somewhere, or that friend is showing the photos of how their relationship is like the best, or that friend is smiling again, or this one is showing how their business is scaling, and you start feeling this inner just something is not right inside anymore. Or you feel sad, or you feel threatened, or you feel angry, or you just don't feel okay anymore. That is the time that you stop and you ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What triggered from that what I've seen online? What triggered in me that I feel this way? And this can serve you as a reminder of being mindful of your thoughts. And when you feel like that online, please just exit that app that you are using and start working on your goals. So we all are working something. We all have some projects in our lives, some goals, something that we want to achieve. So instead of focusing or putting your attention to others' lives, I do it also. I also scroll and I also check because I wanted to be in contact with the ones that I like, with those that are close to me. But sometimes I feel like it's too much and that I'm consuming too much, and that this is taking my focus away from what I really want to do. And that is the time that we need to stop doing that. Put our phones away, close all those apps or programs that we have open on our computer, and just start focusing on our thing, on what we can do now to get one step closer to what we want. Or is this a better relationship, or is this some professional goal that we have, or to go in the gym and work with our bodies, because the action is the key here. So don't just think about it. Start producing something meaningful, something that it's tangible, that it's not just somewhere in the cloud, somewhere in our minds, but that you can see, oh, I did that today, and I managed to make this goal, and celebrate along the way. Because it's not like normal that you do all these things. You could be just staying all day on social media and just scrolling through, watching TikTok movies, videos, and feeling crap about yourself. But no, you stopped yourself from doing that, and you did something meaningful, something that will feel better about yourself when you were doing that. So please start doing something meaningful. So this is focusing on your journey, focusing on yourself, on redirecting that attention that you have to outer world, to your inner world, to your desires, to your goals, to your projects that you want to make the world better around you. And this is something that I really would love to see you do. You have to know that your journey is uniquely yours. And maybe you are really talented, maybe you are a little bit less talented, but with enough of working with enough of putting your dedicated time and effort into it, you can achieve many things. Okay, so it's really important to know that success is not an overnight thing. Also, healing the foundations of our self-worth isn't an overnight thing. So please be mindful about that. When you're doing all those things, please surround yourself with some positivity in your life. Hang out with people that are uplifting, they are positive, or they have really good emotional influence on yourself. If you're hanging out with people who are draining your energy, if you're hanging out with people that you need to be somebody else, that you need to be that chameleon that blends inside something else, or if you cannot hold your boundaries with them, then those people are not good for you, because they are draining your energy, they are draining your internal resources. And instead of feeling better afterwards, you are feeling worse. So I know sometimes we cannot just ditch those people, especially if they're our family, but we can reduce the time that we are spending with them. So be mindful about that and reduce people pleasing and be with the people who empower you to prioritize yourself and go after your desires, wishes, and professional self-realization. When you find yourself that you are comparing with others and that isn't motivating you, but you feel envy or some other not so pleasant feelings, then remind yourself that true self-worth comes from within, not from outside, not from how much money you have on your bank account, not from what projects did you do good at your work or how good grades did you get in school, but it's something that you build from within. Your value is not dependent on others, on external world. Your value is inherent as a human being. So please remember that you're inherently worthy because you are a human being. And if that doesn't feel like the real truth for you now, by the end of this, you will get a little bit closer to that thought. And I hope that you will start, that we are now putting seeds of those thoughts into your mind, into your heart, that will start to sprout, that will start to grow, and you will really, really recognize your own true worth, and you will start doing and expressing yourself from that inherent worth. I hope you realize now that comparing with others is a game. It's just something that we do, and it's this mindful choosing. What do we let that this comparison, what effect does it has on us? By focusing inward, by focusing on setting strong boundaries, by focusing on cultivating meaningful relationships, then we strengthen our foundation of self-worth. And this is really important. So let me repeat that. By focusing on yourself, on cultivating good relationship, nurturing relationship in your life, setting good boundaries, you are building a really good foundation, and you start to recognize your inherent worth. And this is really something beautiful to recognize, because your worth is yours. It's unique. It's truly yours. And when you put all those doubts out, when you put all those insecurities aside, when you get to know yourself better and you are your own best friend who is supporting you, you can make many things better, because you won't have those inner self obstacles on your way. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining me on this third part of the episodes about how to build our self-esteem from within with recognizing our self-worth. And you're listening to the Secrets for a Happy Life podcast. My name is Petra Kmetec Bitenc, and I'm really grateful for you that you are listening to this. See you in the next episode. We'll be talking about building your foundations. Important theme, so stay tuned and see you in the next one. Bye bye.